Libra rising, this is your Mercury Retrograde Tarot Scope. This Mercury Retrograde is starting in your 7th house of committed partnerships, and it's going to be moving into your 6th house of work and health. And you might feel like you're in the void right now. You might feel like you're in the unknown, not sure which direction to go. It might feel familiar. You might feel like I've been here before. And I want to remind you that the void is not something that has to be feared. The void is fertile ground. It is the space where we can create what we want. It is the space where we can get clarity. It is a space for reflection, like we're in the Mercury retrograde. Review, reflect, reassess, and really decide what is aligned so that when you move out of this void, you know what direction you want to go. You know, the moon is a space we have to be in order to get to the sun, which brings answers, which brings clarity, which allows us to, you know, show up in the way we want to show up. And with the moon here, we've got the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So you are being both reversed. You are being asked to reflect on what actions are aligned for you right now. What direction do you want to go in? And, you know, this isn't about acting right now, but getting really clear on when it is time to act. What actions are in your best interest? What actions are aligned with your values, aligned with the direction you want to head? You know, the Page of Pentacles is this opportunity to pause and reflect on where do you want to go? What's been working? What's not been working? You know, you may feel like often this energy can come after kind of completing like a smaller cycle. And now it's like, okay, which direction do I want to go next? How do I want to proceed from here? So reflecting on, you know, your relationships, reflecting on your work, reflecting on your health, getting clear on which actions feel the most aligned. And a big piece of this is going to be getting really clear or really connecting with your desires. The Nine of Cups asks you to connect with your heart, connect with what you truly wish for. And for some people, that can be scary. For some people, that can be, you know, it can be scary because we have to admit the truth, maybe around like what we have is not what we want, that we want something else. It can be scary because maybe what we truly want is big and like we've never had it before, and it, you know, it's out of our comfort zone. We might be disconnected from what we desire because we've just been conditioned to want certain things and haven't really taken the time to realize like, oh, this isn't actually aligned for me. So, you know, there's, with the reversal, I think sometimes that can be a resistance to doing this work and really reflecting and reviewing on what you desire, what feels aligned, what action, you know, you need to take to go after, you know, to head on the path towards these desires. And again, like Mercury retrograde, there is no need to take action right now. Just reflect, do this internal work of sitting with your desires, sitting with your dreams, getting curious, connecting with yourself, and allowing this space to be a positive one instead of one that feels heavy and like it's weighing you down. You know, can you reframe if you are feeling like, I'm here, I don't know what direction I want to go in? Can you reframe that feeling, reframe that story of like, oh, I get to be here. I get to be in this space of creation, of deciding what's next, where I want to go. This space of reflection, this deep reflection. And yeah, like we see, you know, this creature crawling out of the water, and it's this sign of like, it can be like, ooh, scary, right? Like, ooh, that doesn't look good, that doesn't look positive. But I think there's this like symbolism of like, yeah, sometimes we don't want to connect with our inner world. Sometimes admitting our desires to ourselves is scary. It feels like this like monster that we've kept trapped away. Like allow it to come out, allow it to come to the surface, because it's not a monster. Like it might be unfamiliar, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You know, get weird. Like this card is like we see these people like naked, masks on, kind of worshiping the moon, like and get weird in the sense of like what you desire and the direction you decide to go in doesn't have to be traditional. It doesn't have to be like the cookie cutter program that people say to follow. Like it doesn't have to be that path. Like this can be any path that you decide is aligned for you. You know, like the positive, one of the really positive aspects of the moon is sometimes when we're in this state of confusion, of unknown, it causes us to get really creative and come up with a different method, a different way forward. And you know, that can be really fun, and it can expand our capabilities of like what we're capable of doing and what we thought was possible, and just bring some like lighter energy to what can feel heavy. So yes, this is your invitation to really connect with where do you want to go? What do you truly desire when it comes to partnerships, health, work? Allow yourself to be in that creative unknown energy and not fear it. I hope this is supportive for you. Venus is also retrograde, so I will link your Venus retrograde tarot scope so you can watch that if you haven't already. And please subscribe to my channel so you get notifications in the future for other tarot scopes.